Alright, so the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer dropped, and I know it's been like a day or two at this point, but I want to analyze it because I've always grown up with this, bro. I've grown up with watching these videos, so I want to do it myself now. So we are currently doing this on stream, and yeah, we are basically going to go over the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer, and I hope you guys are excited for it as much as I am. So the trailer kind of just kicks off with Nintendo's big freaking logo, and then it shows you guys the original Switch, and then it just kind of transforms into the new thing, which is such I think it's a smart idea for Nintendo to do that, to really emphasize the difference between the old Switch and the new one. And, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's kind of hard to get, like, super duper excited over this hardware, but, like, the USB-C port on the very top of it is kind of crazy. I don't know what the hell they're going to use that for. It doesn't make any sense to me why it's there. But I don't think it's for you to... I don't think you can connect it to the dock from the top of it. But it is kind of interesting how they've included another USB-C port as well as... I think there was something else here. If you guys notice on the Joycons as well. We're going to get to that, actually. We're going to get to that. But... It is very interesting, very interesting. The kickstand as well, I think they could have just probably done the OLED thing, but the only reason it's different is so people can't really be like, yo, it's just the OLED. But, yeah, it looks very sleek. This is where things get interesting, though. The Joy-Cons are completely different. They're bigger, and there's a mysterious button right there, which I have really kind of hoped that it would kind of be a... live streaming button, so if you press it, you can stream from the console. I don't know. I think if they were gonna do that, they would probably implement it into the capture button instead. I don't know, bro. I'm kind of just hoping. I'm spitballing at this point, but we have no idea what that frickin' button could be. And then we go into here. This is also another interesting part, is that Nintendo is kind of dropping the color model that they had for the Joy-Cons, which, I don't know, I think it looks pretty slick. But this is also to prove that it's new and not just another, not just like an add-on to the Switch. And, I think it looks fire, bro. I think it looks fire, but I do hope that Nintendo goes for something a little bit more colorful for some later Joy-Cons. These ones do look incredibly slick, though. It looks way different from the normal Switch. But, this is also another thing, is that there's some sort of, like, sensor here that has mice capabilities, as you can see, as the Joy-Cons were kind of sliding there. Right here, the thing right above the thing that you used to connect it to the console, there is a little indent, which is supposedly a freaking mouse thing, which I don't know. I don't know what they're going to use that for. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but it looks very interesting. Google incoming for the Switch, yo. I don't know. Maybe they'll have a web browser. But it was kind of funny to see these, the Joy-Cons racing along the frickin', just along the surface. So, here's another thing, is connecting the Switch to the console, or connecting the Joy-Cons to the console, you actually have to hold it at like an angle. Or at least that's what the trailer kind of portrays, is that you kind of have to hold it at an angle, which is kind of interesting. I don't really know why, but hopefully you can kind of just put it in from the side instead of actually having to angle it and try and get it in that way, because causing any sort of like discomfort from trying to put the Joy-Cons in the console is definitely going to be a hit if it don't work. The snap, though, satisfying as hell. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But if we continue, of course, Nintendo Switch 2, the console itself looks pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks very sleek, and apparently, according to some leaks, this isn't confirmed by the trailer, is that apparently it's going to be more powerful than a PlayStation 4 or a Steam Deck, I've heard, which, if true, would be absolutely insane. It would be really, really, really crazy if the Switch 2 was as powerful as a Steam Deck. But again, unconfirmed. We will know on April 2nd. We'll get more into that later on into this trailer. But, of course, Mario Kart 9, ladies and gentlemen, or Mario Kart 10, we don't really know what the hell is going to be called, because Nintendo was very cryptic with this. They just kind of showed it, of course, but if you guys look very closely at the start, at the race start here, there are 24 slots, which could mean that there are 24 racers possible in Mario Kart 9 for the Switch 2, which of course would be crazy because that's doubling it from what it was before. And I don't know, bro. 24 racers would be nuts. And I'm kind of curious what they are going to announce here with that. But let's move on in this trailer. It looks, again, we thought it was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe here on the channel before. At least I did. But if you look a little tad bit closer at the renders, it is completely different. That is a different version of Mario, ladies and gentlemen. And Luigi in the background, everybody looks way different. And I think it's more faithful to the movie designs, which is kind of interesting. I don't really care too much. As you can see a little bit of a closer shot here, if you crop, you can actually take a look at what the renders kind of look like here. And as you can see, the most eye-opening one is that Donkey Kong looks way different. Donkey Kong looks like the render from the movie, which is kind of interesting. I don't really mind too much, to be honest with you, but it is rather interesting that Donkey Kong looks way, way different. If we unpause, we can see a little bit of a better close-up of Donkey Kong, as well as Luigi looks different. Princess Peach also kind of looks more like the movie, and Bowser looks the same as always. Toad, I think his head looks a little bigger. Am I wrong? I think Toad's head looks a little tiny bit bigger, but I digress. We'll move on in the trailer, ladies and gentlemen. Also, the Joy-Con grip, it just looks as uncomfortable as it was before, but it just kind of snaps in. Again, if you have to angle the Joy-Cons in, that's going to be a hit, bro. It's going to be a hit because it's just going to be weird. It's going to be weird, you know what I'm saying? It's going to look a little weird. But as you can see with the Mario Kart 9 gameplay, if you look a little bit closer, is that the track looks a lot more open world. Now, if we have 24 racers, of course you're going to need a bigger track. It looks a little bit more open world, but I've seen some theories that this could actually be some sort of mission mode, which we haven't seen since the Nintendo DS, which would, of course, be absolutely mind-boggling. I would be so cool if we could see another mission mode. But it does look like it is just a track, which, if true, it is a brand new one. It is not an old one, which I think was good strategically for Nintendo to show off something brand new rather than just kind of showing something that's already been done before. But I digress. Let's move forward. We've got about 20 seconds left in the trailer. 2025, of course. I know Donkey said that they were only selling 2,000 of these things. So if that is true, unconfirmed rumor as of now, but if that is true, then I suggest you pre-order it as soon as possible. But if we move on, we can see another important screenshot here, ladies and gentlemen. The Nintendo Switch 2 will play Nintendo Switch games, not just physical ones, but digital ones as well. And if I'm being completely honest with you, I do fully believe that you will be able to transfer your save data from old Switch games to the Switch 2. So basically, if you've got like an OLED or something like I do, it might render it obsolete, unless if you want to play games like Ring Fit or Nintendo Labo. I have all of those, but I don't play them. So I'm not losing a bunch here, but again, if you look below, certain Nintendo Switch games may not be supported or fully compatible with Switch 2, which probably covers the Nintendo's butt, legally speaking, because if they advertise everything's compatible and then you get the console and you try and play Labo or Ring Fit, you're not going to be able to because the Joy-Cons are completely disproportionate, given that the size of them are a lot bigger now. So yeah, if we move on to the last little bit of this trailer, we will see something else. Just wait. The Nintendo Direct, which initially, again, I thought this was going to be in February because the time code, I don't know, I can't read the time code. I was so full of adrenaline that I had no idea that it was April, actually, which it was a little bit of a wait. We don't really know for sure when this console's even going to come out. We're hoping it's going to come out probably summer, but if I have to be honest, I think it's probably going to be holiday, maybe November. I don't know. I thought it was February, but no, this is April 2nd, so we will have more information on April 2nd, which means that this console will not be out at all. It will not release until after April, obviously. So let's move on to the last little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, the Nintendo Switch 2 experience, which is apparently a hands-on event that happens after the presentation for Switch 2, so after April 2nd, and it's being held in select cities and mostly major cities. You will probably not be able to play this unless if you're already in one, and if you are, visit Nintendo's website and you might be able to get there. I think it's a raffle. I don't know. I don't think you have to buy tickets. It doesn't make much sense, but I'm not going to it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I registered. Hey, PNG, register for the one in LA. Good luck, bro. Good luck. Take pictures. Anyways, yeah, that's the Nintendo Switch 2 trailer. So it's also kind of crazy that we're finally going to get the next Nintendo console. Again, if I have to make some predictions, I hope that button means that you can stream straight from the console. That would be really dope. The other thing that would be really, really, really freaking cool is if Mario Kart 9 was a launch title. That would be incredibly cool if we could get Mario Kart 9. Now, my justification for Mario Kart 9 being a launch title is that if you remember the old Switch trailer, they showed off Breath of the Wild, and that ended up being a launch title itself. So we're hoping that Mario Kart 9 will be a launch title as well for the Switch 2. So, yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, everybody.